The following program is rated TV MA LSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences.
They gave me my theme music!
This is a Planet Fanatics production.
Congratulations. You will meet the Grandmaster in 5 seconds. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. You are now meeting the Grand...
Starting off heavy. Gambit's gone.
Remy LeBeau would be the first to remind you that life, like the cards, is wild. Gambit had endless faith in potential, yet he seemed so blind to his life of bayou crime into which he was born. A sinner.
Yeah, the
beyond
Thieves Guild.
saving. Such were the cards, he'd say.
Gambit is really
I
gone.
think he was bluffing. How could Remy, so tuned to potential, fail to see how his sins had made him into a hero? Every gambler has a tell. Modesty was Gambit's.
Great dialogue. Great dialogue.
How could she not be here?
About Rogue.
Grief's a lonely war. Rogue's gotta figure it out on her own.
Logan knows.
What she battles is not mere grief. And our dear Jubilee is wise to be afraid.
Great dialogue. Oh yeah, she's pissed. She is pissed.
This is a top secret United States facility. Cease and...
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's pissed.
Need I remind you that we're standing in the same place built to hold the Hulk?
Daddy always used to say breaking into prison was easier than breaking out. Now, where are Henry Gyrick and Bolivar Trask?
Your kind were the good guys.
You killed those. Now, you get me.
Yeah, Rogue's done.
It's time to let go, son.
Finding even one more survivor could give mutants some hope. What about Val Cooper? Rescuers still haven't located her.
It's because Val is
Trask just kicked off
Mystique.
an all-out war between humans and mutants. And if scared voters see me helping your kind, unfortunate optics.
Guess if Genosha had looked more human, you would be more focused on death tolls over polls.
so
You're
good.
quick to
God damn.
disrespect. Be patient, Scott.
Check the headlines, Mr. President. They're all about the virtue of patience.
Yeah, Scott's done too.
Team ready to leave?
They're processing.
I got too comfortable.
No one could have seen this coming.
Magneto did. He warned us repeatedly, and so did Madeline.
The thought of having something of a sister was comforting.
Right now, we have to be strong. For every mutant still out there who's watching these images, they need hope.
It's what the professor would do.
And let's go remind the world that times like these are when dreaming matters most.
Look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping. The ever-affable Mr. Rogers.
Jean and I can handle it. Rest of you go show humanity that the X-Men are here to stay.
Stellar work, Amelia.
Triage dies down when the dead stay dead.
I'm heartened to know that it is you who will bear witness to what happened in Genosha, the death of the dream.
Walk with me. Would you like that?
Please.
There I was about to say, there goes Steve's cycle.
Stand down, Rogue. Genosha wasn't just a mutant tragedy. It shames us all. But rampaging across
Still
the
a mutant
country
tragedy,
dishonors
though.
Those who were
Tell me what America's top cop is doing all the way out here.
like you, I'm hoping to use Gyrick to get our hands on Bolivar Trask. He built the Sentinels.
Looks like they skipped town before you got here.
Almost like they knew someone was on the hunt for Gyrick.
OZT.
I was able to hack the servers here.
Logan's
Gyrick
experiment.
was transferred to a facility in Mexico City. Once I get the thumbs up, I'll lead my team to Mexico to apprehend Gyrick. Gotta do this by the book, Rogue. Right now, my hands are tied.
Well, if your hands are tied, you won't be needing this.
Strong man.
Up, kid.
Strong man.
What if you were here? The call she gets, not getting what the cops are saying, something about an attack, her son, mutants, dancing.
Oops. Look what happens when we don't hide. When we shove it in their face. Is it worth it, Jubilee?
I just know I wouldn't want my parents finding out who I was on the 5 o'clock news.
Not the thing that Sunspot really struggles with in the comics, but brilliant show regardless.
Priority for the foreseeable future must be damage control. Riots are the language of the unheard.
Martin Luther King, I feel threatened.
That's a good line. Good Dr. King line there.
Perhaps the
Dark
professor's
Beast.
vision for and begging for your tolerance
Dark
was
Beast.
our first mistake.
Yeah,
But it is
going that way.
mean. That is the issue. As was your reporting outside my home while my friends were dying. Now forgive me. I dare not waste any more of your tolerance, Miss Tilby.
This shit is so good. What they're able to do with the 25 minutes, crazy.
I have no idea where Bolivar Trask is.
What's OZT anyway?
Freaks aren't the only ones making friends in high places. Tell Summers his wife's cute psychic probes won't work this time.
Honey,
Sure.
this ain't that sort of probe. Quit fighting me!
Psychic echoes. This much death can stain a place. So many last thoughts, unfulfilled dreams,
Oh,
cycling
man.
on repeat, stuck, rotting.
For how complicated things got between us,
Our lives have never been simple.
it feels different this time.
Scott, someone up ahead. A telepath.
Emma. No, boy, Emma. I'm sure it's what we all suspected. Emma was saved by her diamond form. Dope. Bo kind of hinted at that last week on Twitter when someone asked, so...
A dormant mutation triggered by duress?
I've always done well under pressure.
What they say about diamonds under pressure.
Know what he was using my DNA for. Sinister promised to help me get my life back.
Why would we possibly believe a murdering maniac like you, Trask?
Come to the UN Peace Legion in Madrid. Note this. The lobby vending machine is never out of diet. Come see the horrifying face of your future.
That's cryptic as fuck.
Really is Stranger Days.
Buckle up, team. We head to Madripoor.
Your mother is taking afternoon wine in the parlor.
This is such a relief.
It is?
4 of our homes have caught fire mysteriously since you turned 16.
Why didn't you say anything?
Your father and I agreed it was your secret to tell. Now the trick will be making sure we keep this all private.
Wait,
They can't know we have a mutant in the family. So, we'll have to discuss some new rules concerning your associations. And how to be more discreet.
Meine gute Freundin.
Oh, Kurt!
Indeed. It is I, sister.
What?
The Day of the Dead.
Remy's dead, but that don't mean I'm ready to accept it.
We all grieve in our own way.
You sure pulled the short straw in the adopted sister department, didn't you?
And her confusion is only natural. But she did not cause Gambit or Magneto to be killed. She helped them live.
Your familia.
Bravo. Just as you dreamt it.
Yet you nearly ruined my surprise.
Bastion. I wouldn't eat you, cause you're so tough.
Praise be, they're never out of diet.
It's a tight-ass elevator. Sentinels. Sentinel program.
Since when did the United Nations house classified cybernetics facilities?
Same mystery getup as the fellas who were guarding Henry Gutterick. OZT.
Not ringing any bells from my spy days.
Maybe we ask poor man's Oppenheimer before he... I made the Sentinels to protect normal people.
Tell us what OZT stands for.
Some group that rose from the ashes of my old Sentinel program. Well, you heck.
What about Mr. Sinister?
That madman is one of the most brilliant engineers in history. He said my designs were... cute.
Building a new type of Sentinel.
Worse than what we saw in Genosha.
Technology in these cases is light years ahead of ours today.
But I won't let him make me any more of a monster than he already has.
Easy, boy. You want redemption? Help us get the real bad guys.
I have nothing.
Same, sugar.
God damn.
Vogue, what have you done?
Oh.
What we all wanted to do.
Is this who we are now?
That rotten piece of scum put a good man, my man.
Terminate.
Oh shit.
Trask has mutated into some sort of
human sentinel.
Prime Sentinel Protocol activated.
I'll get the debris!
I can still sense Trask's mind inside.
He put Rogue down with one hit. We can't pull our punches. X-Men, take him down.
Oh, he turned into Pietro. Oh, I love how they captured his speed. Not from Mother. Oh shit.
Stay down! Do you remember what my inferior form asked you in the Sahara?
Damn.
Tell me, orphan, how does it feel to be abandoned by the future?
Cable. Dope. Dope. Dad.
Electromagnetic cluster grenades are the quickest way to take these suckers down.
Cable?
No. All along. It can't be.
Get out of my brain.
Nathan.
Let's skip the reunion, Dad. Got it wrong. Sinister's working for someone else, someone worse. And if you X-Men don't stop him, there won't be much of a future worth living in.
Impressed by your masterpiece tipping our hand to the X-Men? How does this help you deliver the prize you promised me? The X-Men will learn from this too, you blithering fool. You should have waited until rollout and overwhelmed them.
You and the villains of old have been failing since '92 to squash these pests. What
What you would do is my roadmap.
Good line.
Not to do. The next bit's a pill for your Yancy. My techs repaired a damaged alien satellite the X-Men used to chat with their allies, the Shi'ar.
Professor Charles Xavier.
They said Gyrick killed Xavier.
Our merry band of muties have been selling the world a very big lie.
I knew it. Of course. Of course, Magnus wasn't gone.
Bad. This way, once I have to get to work, smooth as butter. So long as you stay still. So long as you don't resist. Simply listen and obey. You were...
Bravo. Bravo, 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 fucking bravo. Great. Continues to be fucking fantastic. Bravo. To everyone involved, bravo. Brilliant. X-Men 97 is fucking amazing. I think we can all agree on that. Every single one of us. This show is it every week, bro. No episode so far for me has been what episode 5 was, and obviously, I think once we get to these last few, we've got 8, 9, and 10 left. We have 3 episodes left, and Bo tweeted out today. Actually, let me go to that because I retweeted. I don't want to mix up exactly what he said. Bo tweeted out today and said, let me find that. Tweeted out, take a seat. Or no, I'm sorry. Table is set. Now get ready for 8, 9, and 10. So if table is just now getting set and nobody's eaten yet, this is going to be insane. These next 3 episodes are going to be insane. I don't know. I was listening to something that Rob from Comics Explained was saying. Now, I'm sure everybody over here knows who Rob from Comics Explained is. Rob is great. Rob is extremely knowledgeable when it comes to comics. I mean, he has read comics inside out, upside down, every single issue. Rob knows it all when it comes to comics. And one of the things that Rob put on Twitter last week after episode 5 or 6 was the thing that makes this so fun. The thing that makes X-Men 97 not just a great fucking show, not just great dialogue, not just great writing and character development and everything like that. It's the simple fact that we as fans get to theorize again. We get to get online and go into spaces and hear different theories from this person or from that person or have theories of our own. We haven't gotten to do this, and maybe you have, and if you have, kudos to you. But I personally have not gotten to do this in the MCU, and I use this all the time, since those WandaVision, Loki, No Way Home kind of days. But at one point, there was a time in Marvel where that was more consistent, and I love the fact, again, that we are getting as fans to eat and enjoy what we are really watching. And again, maybe you're not, maybe for you 97 is just meh, but for me personally, as I've said many, many times, this is one of the absolute, if not the best, I take that back, it is the best thing Marvel has done since Endgame. It is brilliant. It just continues to get better. And I said it during that reaction. I've said it, I think, between the live streams and reactions and conversations we've had. What the fuck they're able to do in 30... That episode is only 31 minutes. So you take the credits out. You got to put the credits in there. So what, 25 minutes of the actual show once you get past the previously on and the theme song? So yeah, you're looking at maybe 24, 23 minutes. So what they're able to do in that 24 to 23... Bro, the story, it seems so compact in there. Like they're seeing it. It's great flow. It's a great flow every single episode. But they are able to tell so much, and I feel like when I'm watching, sometimes I'm like, damn, it feels like we've been sitting here so long because of how much they're telling in such a short span of time. It's a great show. It's fantastic. I saw somebody also said on Twitter, you know, we have the other animated Spider-Man show coming out, not the 90s reboot that they're maybe wanting to get their hands on and redo or reboot. But the what is it? The freshman year? I don't even think it's freshman year anymore. I think it's like just Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man or whatever the fuck the animated series that they're doing is called. Someone was saying if this is what that series is going to be like, then I'm pretty excited for it. Now that I can't sit and say, oh yeah, okay, yeah. That I have to wait for that series. That is not a reboot. That is not something. That's not a continuation. This is all new territory that Marvel is getting themselves in, and I still have to get past the fact that fucking Harry's black. That Harry and Norman are black. You know, a lot of people like to give shit for, or I got a lot of shit for the stuff that, which I don't give a fuck about, but for the stuff that I was saying about, wanting to see more representation in the shows and things like that, blah 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 blah. See, but that's different. When I say I want representation, again, it's the same reason I don't want Yahya Abdul-Mateen II as Wonder Man. It is simply taking a white character and making them black. That is so very lazy. Just as lazy as it is when you take a black character and make them white. No different than when the rumors were going around that they wanted a diverse Fantastic Four team, and I was against that. So it's going to take me a minute to get over Harry being a brother and his daddy being a nigga with him. So that's going to be a little different. But as far as this show goes, as far as what X-Men 97 is doing, it is great. Now, again, I did see somebody, Andre, mentioned in the comments while we were watching this. I think it was Andre that said it. Said something and to the effect of, I expected Storm to show up this episode. I, too, expected Storm to show up this episode. And this is kind of, again, what I was talking about when I was talking about the more representation and more showing up and things like that. It's great. I love, again, because I can already hear the motherfucking comments. I love this fucking show. It is in my top 3 favorite Marvel MCU projects. I love this show. And in loving this show, that does not then that does not then mean that I don't have critiques for what I would like to see or what I think should be done or whatever. So yes, you can come in the comments and tell me, well, make your own fucking show. I might do that or whatever. You can come in the comments and say whatever the fuck you want to say. As I said it the last time, I'm Nene Leaks. I said what the fuck I said, and I meant what I said. And with that, I did want to see a bit more of Storm in this episode. We've watched Storm lose her powers. We watched Storm go through a whole episode of trying to regain her powers. We watched Storm in the last 6 minutes of an episode get her powers, but I have not. The only thing I've seen Storm do that was, and not saying that the whole transformation using the feathers as her to create her the comic accurate suit that she's wearing. Not that wasn't dope. Not that shit didn't get me hype. Seeing Storm do her thing, but. Take yourself back to, what was it, episode 1, 2, whenever Scott said, bring the forecast. Bro, that whole scene was, and we got 3 episodes left, because I can hear the comments. Well, shut up, stop complaining, there's 3, I understand that there's 3 fucking episodes left, I get that. Storm could show up and do some Omega level ass fucking shit in those last 3 episodes. I get that. She is a god. I understand that. But in that, it still would have been nice to see that Omega level goddess show up in this episode and bring the fucking forecast. It would have been dope. So I did see Andre mentioning that. But yeah, I love this show. Like I said, I think that this show is great. The stuff with Steve Rogers was, I saw someone on Twitter say that they really didn't like the way they handled Steve. I thought they handled Steve pretty well. He's a Boy Scout. That's what Steve is going to do, what Steve feels is right or what, is on the right side of justice. That's not always, but typically Steve is that Boy Scout. And I thought that they portrayed that pretty well here. In the episodes that we saw him in the original 97 or 92 series, it was more of a flashback of when him and Logan worked together in the war. But this was more present. So this is actually him coming into the present within the X-Men continuity of the show. So that this is, we've talked about this, Brad Winterbaum has talked about this, one of the executive producers over at Marvel. I think think he took Nate Moore's place. I ain't seen Nate. He's been doing all the talking. But Brad Winterbaum had said that, they were looking at trying to do the animated universe and things because, again, we talked about this in the 92 series, a lot of those shows crossed over into one big universe. The Fantastic Four, the X-Men, Spider-Man, Hulk, Iron Man, all those animated shows crossed over with one another. So they were talking about just seeing Captain America, and that was pretty dope. So I had reached out to Bo on Twitter today, and I had, the first thing I asked him was he a Black Panther fan, which he didn't. Well, I asked him, I said, are you a T'Challa, the Black Panther fan? Curious because of your cat's name. He just replied and said that he is a Chadwick fan. Didn't answer my question, but okay. So since he was answering questions, I felt, okay, well, let me throw another question at him and see if he'll answer this one. So I asked him, I said, one more question, Bo. Although the appearance in the OG X-Men series was brief, it established T'Challa/Wakanda's existence. Given the King's relationship with Aurora, could that small cameo expand in 97? The UN tease could create an opportunity for T'Challa/Wakanda to show up. And I don't really know what this meant. He said, ain't that funny? I don't really know what that meant. It did give me, some type of hope, though. So I was just like, don't play with me, sir. I would love, anyway, invited him on the show. But I thought that that was something that I don't know about in this season. I don't know of how big of a component the UN is going to play within this season or anything like that. But in the original 92 series, when you do see T'Challa, he doesn't speak. He's not saying anything. He's just observing African mutants being transported out by Magneto. So which would have led somewhere if the show would have continued. But moving on into present day, this is just a reboot. So this is moving on into present day of where they currently are. Wakanda and T'Challa could very well still show up. And that does make me excited. And I hope that if he does show up, God, that's the only thing I have. It makes me excited, but I'm also worried about it because if he does show up, I do want him to be handled with care. I want not just with care, but the right way. And again, I can already hear it. Well, all the other characters are handled the right way. Yes, they are. But this is not a character that is in this show as a mainstay character. This would be a cameo. So within that cameo, if it's a cameo or several episodes he's in or whatever, I want him to be handled correctly. The accent needs to be there. The way he acts needs to be there. The fact that he is not only the protector of his nation, but the king of his nation. The regalness needs to be there. The intelligence needs to be there. Everything that comes packed with T'Challa needs to be there. So it was pretty hopeful when he said that. And again, we kind of talked about this, the whole continuity of the animated stuff crossing over and stuff like that. So it is a possibility. Another thing we talked about, and we haven't talked in a spell, but the other thing that we talked about was, did we want this to cross over into the MCU? I had said no at the time. I said I didn't really want this to go in the MCU. It's not really something I think that I thought it did well on its own, in a lane on its own. But since the success, I also thought that Marvel said that this was also going to be its own thing, that they weren't going to have a crossover with the MCU. But with the success of 97, and I guess everybody loving it, Kevin Feige has recently talked about maybe it being a part of the MCU and this just being a different universe and things like that. Don't really know exactly what that means, how they're going to do it, but we'll have to wait to see on that front. But I really did enjoy, again, this episode. I'm so ready for the next 3 episodes. I cannot wait for them at all. And I also saw someone on Twitter make this comparison. I make this comparison every week. Just the hype level of it. And seeing everybody have their theories and being able to talk on Twitter and things like that, you have to, if you're not one of the people that stays up till 2 a.m. or you're up at the ass crack of dawn watching this, you have to dodge spoilers all over Twitter. That again shows that people are loving the show, shows that people are actually interested in what's going on, because there are people theorizing at 3 a.m. There are people sharing pictures and spoiling things at 4 and 5 a.m. And then you get on it, when you wake up 7, 8, 9, it's still going, and it's even more so. So people are really loving the show. But I saw someone say that, oh man, I wish, Bad Batch could be doing this. That's never going to fucking happen. There are 2 episodes left of Bad Batch. I am in no rush to go watch this episode of Bad Batch. I'm going to see it. I'm in no rush to watch it. I think my thing with the Bad Batch, and I know this is Star Wars, sorry, it's skewing for a second, but I'm going to round to my point. I think my thing with the Bad Batch is more so curiosity. I want to know how it ends. I want to know, is this going to end on a happy-go-lucky note where, Omega gets to skip off into a far, far away galaxy sunset with her brothers and things like that, and they go live on this distant planet and avoid the Empire through episodes, wherever the fuck, through episodes 4, 5, 6, everything in between, blah, 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 and we just never see it, I don't know how. That's where I am with Bad Batch. Curiosity. How are you ending this shit? Because the way I would end it, and I know that this is not the Disney way, this is not, even so much the Lucasfilm way. Everything has to be a happy ending. Every single person in that show that's a main character would die. There's no point for them to continue. Obviously, the Emperor doesn't get what he wants from Omega. We know that simply based off of there's everything after what you're doing, because Star Wars can't get out of this in-between phase of telling stories. So we know what's happening, everything after this. We know that he doesn't get Omega. We know that he doesn't get, the perfect body that he wants. Now, if you go into the Legends continuity, you nix all the Omega stuff, but you go into the Legends continuity, he gets what he wants. He gets that body. He gets those younger bodies. He has several of them. I don't know if that's the route that they're going with Bad Batch. Maybe he does get what he wants from Omega. I don't know. Maybe there's more in between stories that they're going to tell where he does get what he wants, and it's going to be some type of Dark Empire type of story told. I don't know. But what I do know about Bad Batch is when you get online, and better example, last week's episode threw me for a fucking loop in Bad Batch, because there was in the prior season, Admiral Rampart had gotten taken out of the season for for bombing Kamino. So the Emperor twisted around on him to make it seem like it was his, idea, and they threw his ass in prison. Well, he showed up in this last episode, and the Bad Batch broke him out of prison, put him in a uniform, and had him parading around as if, he never left. And I'm thinking to myself the whole time I'm watching, so nobody in a part of the Empire remembers he bombed Kamino. He was framed, thrown in prison. It was a whole big thing in the Senate. Nobody knows that. And I started to tweet out about it. And then I thought to myself, as I'm tweeting it, no one's watching this. So I'm tweeting to myself. No one's going to have an engaging conversation with me, so it doesn't matter. That's what I mean. No one on Twitter is talking about the fucking Bad Batch. No one on Twitter is talking about the upcoming Acolyte. The conversations happening with X-Men 97 are what's going to happen in episode 10. Are they going to do what's going to happen in season 3, since it got greenlit for a season 3 and we already know season 2 is coming? There's even been talks about a movie. That's the hype. That's the conversation. Those are people that are actually, having theories and having these conversations in these spaces, and that's what 97 I think has brought back to the MCU. That's something that brought back to the Marvel fandom that has been missing for a very, very, very long time. So I can't wait for next week. Jump into some of these comments and see what you guys are saying here. And again, I appreciate everybody being here. Let's see. Chill said, yes, we know that it is a skilled writer's room. Nobody is a casual. Yeah. Tyrone said, I'm guessing the 90s Spider-Man will appear in the X-Men 98 season 2. Maybe. I know that Bo got asked about that as well. And then, of course, when he got asked about that one, there was a couple of different Twitter scooper pages that were sharing what he said about, Bo DeMeo says he, be hopeful about, or whatever the fuck it said about Spider-Man showing up. Yeah, so he could be definitely showing up in the show. Mendel said, felt like a half hour. I'm at the funeral. This is intense. Yeah, it was. Like the opening episode, or the opening scene, was very intense and heavy, and it set the tone for sure. Chill said, I got something for Wonder Man. Would you like a sneak preview. Is this real? Yeah, I do. DM it to me yeah, I do. I want to see. Tyrone said the Goblin Waves was just a meme, not to be taken literally. Marvel. D Sizzle said they did a pre version of Age of Apocalypse in season 4. Yes, they did. Teased in Wolverine and X-Men. They should do the real deal here. See what Rob was talking about over on Comics Explained. He was talking about how he thinks it's having to deal with one man's worth, so it's tying into what's previously already been told in the prior 92 series. If you do remember Bishop in the one man's worth, I think it was a two-part episode. So he thinks they're pulling from one man's worth. He thinks they're pulling from Days of Future Past from the 92 series and rounding this all together with what they're doing with Apocalypse. So go watch what Rob was saying. I think it's at the tail end of Den of Nerds, Josh's stream, but it was a good theory. Good theory. He was right in his prior theory for this episode. So like I said, when Rob gets cooking, he knows what he's talking about. Let's see. Tyrone said, also Bishop stayed disappeared. Yep, that's true. Also Bishop stayed disappeared and didn't return with Cable in the future, nor Shard showed up. Yep, that's very true. Another one, but that's, yeah. D Stizzle said, show has continued a few storylines every 2 eps. Yeah. Felt like the 90s Cap to me, felt like him to me too. Definitely felt like him to me. Xavier said, I enjoyed how Cap was handled in the show. Me too. There were people just saying I guess they didn't like the way I thought he was. I saw when people were saying, I was like, what? It was Cap to me. Let's see. Gray said, this Steve acted as if the Avengers had already signed some form of the Sokovia Accords. I'm wondering if we are going to see if they are the Avengers. Are they the Avengers? Are we going to see the Avengers come in at one point in time? Could be very cool. Rob was also leading up to saying something about Avengers versus X-Men, maybe in an animated form, with the way these storylines are going and things like that. So that would be dope. I wouldn't mind seeing it on the big screen, but I really wouldn't mind seeing some animated version either, because you can do so much more with animation. You can throw so many more Avengers, so many more heroes, make those battles as tough as you want to make them. Animation, for me, I love live action, don't get me wrong, but I've said this again with comparison to Star Wars. Star Wars shines in their animation. Until they can get this magic back on the big screen, they shine in animation. Like Tales of the Empire, that new clip they just released of Grievous, oh my God, he looks beautiful. The motion is so smooth, so much smoother than it was in Clone Wars for Grievous, because I thought Grievous in Clone Wars was very clunky and just all over the place and clumsy. He looks great in Tales of the Empire, and they shine in animation. They shine. So that's what I think if they could stick that, they'd be golden. So if we could get some type of Avengers versus X-Men animated form, I would love that personally. Let me see. Hold on 1 second, chill. Hold on, I'm gonna play this. Chill. Hold on. Let me go back to this. Where was I? And Dale said, "Is Mystique East Indian or Romanian?" I thought she was Romanian. Weird that there's an African, but not a descendants of slaves who were the subject of genetic engineers. True. I think Mystique is Romanian though. D Sizzle said definitely doesn't need a crossover. Keep it like previous pre-Disney animation. I agree too. D Sizzle said I dig season 3 for the most part. This season has had the most dire tone. Yeah, it's great. Xavier said, I watched X-Men 97 first thing in the morning and worry about Bad Batch a few days later. Yeah, I mean, there's after tonight, there is one episode left. And I think that's why and here's the thing too. I was thinking about this earlier today. There's one episode left. I can guarantee you that episode is going to be like 20, 23 minutes long. It ain't going to be no 45 minutes. It ain't going to be an hour. It's the season finale. And they're not going to handle it. I can promise you, the next time you hear me talk about Bad Batch, well, the next to the next time, because I still have this coming week is the next episode, the last episode. So when you hear me talk about it, I can promise you it's not going to be in a happy tone. I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be happy with the way it ended. I'm not going to have anything good to say about it. I still think that this is the absolute best season of Bad Batch they've had outside of that very first episode from season 1. But I'm not going to be happy. I can tell you that now. They're not going to end this right. Everyone's going to ride off in the goddamn sunset into the twin suns and be happy, go fucking lucky, and nothing's going to happen. No one's going to die. Omega's going to go live on she's going to go on to do something. She's going to have some spin-off fucking canon book where she's going to become some badass bounty hunter who maybe realizes her Force abilities, or maybe she meets back up with us. I don't know. I'm just trying to get in the mind of the dumbasses over at Lucasfilm. So I don't really know, but I can promise you I'm not going to be happy with the way this shit ends. Let's see. Tyrone said Mace Windu needs his own shit for real, for real. Samuel Jackson has been talking about that a lot lately, wanting to come back and do something as Windu. D Sizzle said, I thought he was executed until he popped back up. Chill said, reach out to Tim's talk. He's doing a panel next week. And you know what? I was going to do that. I was going to reach out to Tim for last week's episode. Well, remember when I asked you and Marcus, were y'all going to watch it? I think Marcus said no. I think you said no too. So, yeah, I was going to reach out to him. I really was. Thank you for that, though. Let me see. Mendel said, content creators that don't do nerd stuff are on about 97. Tyrone said, I wonder if we are going to see more costume changes with these characters. So they're supposed to get new costumes so this was a rumor kind of maybe episode 2, 3. They're supposed, and I think it came from Can We Get Some Toast had tweeted out that at the end of the season, maybe episode 10, I don't know if it's going to be episode 10, beginning of episode 10, end of episode 10, or whatever, they're going to get new costumes. And I'm thinking Scott's going to get the X head. Because if he's turning into that Scott, if he's going down that route, I'm pretty sure that's the uniform he will have on. So it'll be the X head. Let's see. Chill said it's safe. I'm about to play it. Tyrone said, I would love if they adapted Wolverine's origins in next season. Gray said, Rogue dropped Trask and said he killed my man. Everyone was looking around like, damn, which one? JD said, basically missed the show, but good evening. Appreciate you being here, though. Tyrone said, I would love if they dive into Scott and Havoc's origin and the First Class in the end, adapt the X-Men Next Generation comics origins of Krakoa when Thunderbird dies. I would love to see Havoc. That'd be really cool. Love to see Havoc. We may see Hope Summers, though. We may see Hope from something, and I'm trying to remember everything because Rob was talking and going fast. So I'm trying to remember everything he was saying. But he was the theory sounds really spot on, though. It sounds like he might have been in the goddamn writer's room. But he was saying something about maybe seeing Hope, so it's a possibility. Tyrone also said they flopped Lando Calrissian and Mace. The Lando movie show is still happening. Glover and his brother are writing the script, and that's one that's going to be dead on arrival as well. I think I went on about this the last time someone brought this up. No one's watching that. Why would you give a fuck? D Stizzle said Jedi Survivor had a good explanation for the Force users in hiding. It did. I just don't want it to be Omega. Everybody's got the fucking Force now, so I just don't want it to be Omega. Not to say I don't like Omega. If I didn't hate her. I did not care for Omega at the beginning of everything with Bad Batch. I do like Omega. I do like Omega. She has grown up a lot. She's matured a lot. Even the character design of her has just matured a lot. I like Omega. I just don't want Omega to be this type of Rey character where she's just like this. I don't want that. I don't want that. No. Tyrone also said if he gets all of the new X-Head suit, it wouldn't be 90s because that's X-Men. Yeah, it is, but that's just the rumor. That's what they were saying. It's either that or it's going to be the condom head one, the blue one. He also said, or what about Rachel Summers from Days of Future Past, Excalibur? Nobody liked the rendition of Lando because Billy D. Williams. They made Lando a pansexual and he never reunited with Luke or Han. True. Let me play what Chill put here. Hold on. Okay, Chill did a video, so we're gonna watch this. I say fucking black people at the end. Oh, damn. They didn't hear it? Oh, I'm sorry. I did have the audio low. My fault. I'll play it again.
What's got Boss in such a good mood?
Did you guys see?
See what?
We just finished filming on Wonder Man.
Sorry.
Here's some shots that we got leaked out. You know.
We know about those
I
leaks.
was the
one who leaked it. I love Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. I sure would like some seconds. But boss, people are talking about the casting.
Oh yeah? What are they saying?
From what I heard, it's getting rejected. We're not representing those fans.
Which fans?
The fans you call POCDEINAACP.
That's not true. None of that's true. Hey, let's just ask. Hey, Jamal, in the back. Jamal.
Yeah, boss?
What do you think about all this?
I don't feel represented like I did for Black Panther. But if we cast Yahya as Blue Marvel, Bishop,
Enough.
Brother Voodoo, Night Thrasher...
That's enough, Jamal. What I just don't understand is how come you people just don't shut up and accept our white heroes as your representation?
Did he just say you people? You either launching a black franchise or a white franchise.
Come on.
Which is different.
Come on. No, it's not.
It's a white franchise, boss.
Guys,
he's
it's
right.
not. It's not. That's what I thought.
Mr. Terrific is gonna wash Wonder Man. James Gunn knows what he's doing.
Did you say fucking black people at the end? Oh, that shit is funny. Thank you so much, Dorian, for the super chats. Let me get to that. Dorian said, will we get to the storyline covering Gabriel Summers in the future season since we saw him recently? Then he also said having Scott battle his brother after finding Xavier erased his memory or him would fit in the tone of the show. I think that'd be really dope. Seeing seeing him in the last episode, I wanted to see him do so much more, because I remember D Stizzle had put in the chat during that episode when we were watching it. He said Vulcan, and I was like, I know, but I wanted to see him do so much more. So I really hope that they do. Well, I'm assuming we are going to see. I don't know how much him and Scott may interact. I don't really know, but we do know, just from judging from that episode, the Shi'ar Empire is going to be involved in probably all of that with the last 3 episodes. So we could see some interactions between Scott and Vulcan, and some things go on with Gabriel and him. But that would be really dope. I thought seeing him in the last episode was really cool anyway. Definitely thank you for the super chats and the questions there. Let's see. Yeah, no, that was funny. Chill's video was funny. Also, if anybody, let me see, if you guys have not seen this, hold on. If you haven't seen this crazy shit.
I am a troll. Chillmonger, first of his name, is an absolute troll. This is a live stream from April 4th on the Planet Fanatics YouTube channel. Darius here was speaking to Q, talking about Beau DeMaio, the writer of the new X-Men series, how good he is. He is talented, and he was putting respect on his name. Let's listen to the compliments he was given.
When you have good writers, Beau made it a point to make it to where nobody in that writer's room, if you didn't know the original series, if you didn't know shit about the X-Men, you couldn't be in there. And that was the point. And that's why we're getting such brilliance out of X-Men 97, because you had people that actually gave a fuck.
Beau DeMaio really did. Now up there you can see the words, live chat replay is not available for this video. And so you can't see what I wrote while I was there. Here's the thing though. There is something that I wrote to him after what he said about Beau DeMaio's writer's room. In the middle of the live stream, I was there and I was having fun. And I wrote these words that he would soon acknowledge. I told this man, Beau wasn't the only fan in the writing room. You see, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Beau DeMaio, writer, is rumored to have been fired due to his OnlyFans content. So when I come in here asking him, so Beau wasn't the only fan in the writer's room, I was going for a double entendre. How did he react to that? Here's the moment where Darius reads my comment. His eyes drift off to the side, and he starts to act, oh, let me take this guy's comment really seriously. He and Q both. Watch their reactions.
X97 is really hitting home. So no, he wasn't the, shut up, chill. I was about to actually respond to that. So yeah, no, he's, I think
and then Q got it too a little bit later. Oh, that was fun, right? There's more. Before jumping over 2 weeks to April 18th. Now I'm talking to Marcus and Darius. Marcus talked about Beau DeMaio and the writers. This is what he said.
Put her on the shelf until you need her again. They chose the latter.
They, meaning the writers?
The writers, yeah. Beau, whoever else was in the writers' room.
Right.
Is he the showrunner?
All the fans in the writing room?
I don't think he's the showrunner.
I don't think Darius got that one, but it didn't go for nothing. I said it for a reason. I'm going to highlight it. All the fans in the writing room. We were both talking at the same time for some reason. He didn't catch it. I got my little shit-eating grin.
No, I did not know.
And I like it. And I'm sharing it with you because I am a troll. Double troll. Triple troll now, I guess, technically, because now this is the 3rd time that this is coming on screen on this website called youtube.com.
So he may not have, I mean, it was his direction, but it wasn't his words, it wasn't his actual pen.
And there goes my smile. You see how long it was on my face? It was like, I can't, You know, you don't want to really interrupt the flow of a conversation when it's going somewhere. You don't want to really piss off Marcus and say, no, stop. I made a joke about OnlyFans, and he didn't get it because it was a callback. You can't do that. You can't interrupt. You guys are cooking. He's a great content creator, Marcus from Back of the Bus. Here's his channel. Boom, Back of the Bus. And then here's Planet Fanatics also. Boom. That's the video that I'm talking to you about. If you want to see the 3 of us chit-chat. We should be doing it again 3 days from now. And Darius, if you're watching this video, I know you're watching this video. comment or not, I know you are.
No, I did not know in that conversation that you had said that again. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, so that's my friend Chill. He lives in Canada, as you can tell. But that is Chill. I really do like that guy. He's funny. I really appreciate everybody, though. Q has had tonsil something. Something with his tonsils. So he's sick, and he sounds like a garbage disposal when he speaks. So he cannot be on the microphone speaking and things like that. So, but I do believe Corey in the house will be here tomorrow. I think she will be here tomorrow for. I think tomorrow is just Deadpool. To be honest, I don't. There's other things. I don't know if there's anything that I really feel like diving deep into like that. Some of that other stuff that's out there. So not to me like okay, yeah, Tom Holland said that they're doing. He's helping writing. He's helping doing the creative writing on Spider-Man 4 and how he doesn't want Spider. Yeah, okay, cool. I don't want to go over those quotes and things like that. So I think we're just going to, because I didn't get to watch the trailer live with you guys, so we'll watch the trailer. We'll go over some of the spoiler alert, plot leaks and things going on and leaks going on for Deadpool that have recently come out, and just go over all those things. And if some news comes out tomorrow that I feel is worth discussing, or maybe there's something that you guys saw that's like, hey, talk about this one, or what do you think about this one? We will talk about it. We'll dive into it. But I think tomorrow's main thing is Deadpool. So, whoa, yeah, Raymond, this is live. I don't know why you act shocked when you come in here, as if I've been on like this hiatus for the past month or and a half or so. We have been streaming. We've been back and posting. Raymond, you are just late. Very late. You are so late that it's about to end late. That's how late you are, Raymond. No, Tyrone, don't answer, Raymond. That was a sarcastic comment he put in there. That wasn't like a real, like, oh, is this live? No, that was sarcasm from Raymond. That was him being like, oh, is this? Yeah, no, I know, Raymond. I know. So, I do appreciate everyone. Not Raymond. No, we appreciate Raymond too. I appreciate everyone being here. He said, I'm not late. I'm on time, really. The show just started. Well, Raymond, hate to bust the bubble, but I do have to go and watch. Don't encourage Raymond. Don't encourage him. See, when you encourage him, then this is going to be in the next stream, and then the next stream, and the next stream. He said, no, I really wanted to know if this was pre-recorded. The reaction is pre-recorded. The conversation after is not pre-recorded. This is going to be a long reaction video for people who are going to be watching. They're going to be like, damn, why is this reaction video so long? Because there's a discussion after. It's a live stream. He said, all you were doing was watching X-Men. I'm talking now, though. I'd still do my job, Raymond. I'm coming in tomorrow, and I'm going to talk Deadpool and all the crazy shit I've been hearing about Deadpool. And you know what? We might talk about some of the other things too, but it's more so of a positive stream tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream is I really don't want to talk about anything negative tomorrow. Like, I think the only thing negative I might dive into tomorrow is if somebody asks me, Darius, how was episode 14 of Bad Batch? Then you might get some negativity. But for the most part, tomorrow's going to be a positive stream. Like I said, Corey in the house will be back. So we're going to Corey in the house with her tomorrow. Like I said, Q won't be here. He sounds like a garbage disposal. But if you guys would like to be here tomorrow, we're going to be live at our regular time. It should be 5 tomorrow. 5:30 Central Standard Time tomorrow. And then afterward, I believe if we decide what we're going to talk about, maybe we're just going to get in there and just be stupid and have random conversations, I don't know. But I will be in with Marcus and Chill as well, if you would like to come and hop on that live after. Same channel, still on my channel. Unless one of them want to host it, that would be great. Chill, if you would like to host, that would be fantastic. Yeah, come check it out. We're gonna me, Marcus, and Chill. I think we're decided we're gonna try to do this every Thursday. So I live Central Standard Time. They live fucking in the future ahead of me. So it's later for them than it is for me. But we'll be 9. I think it's 9 their time, 8 my time. So Central Standard Time. So if you want to be there, be there. Would love to have you all. Thank you all for being here in this. If you're liking 97, if you can't wait for the next episode, I'd love to hear theories. I'd love to hear whatever down in the comments. Let's keep it positive in the comments. And like, subscribe, share with your friends. Raymond, I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll see the rest of you all tomorrow. Appreciate it. Talk to you guys later. Peace